Okay, there. Like the old song says, is there anybody out there? Hey, Joe. Oh, good to see you. Where's Pat? Jeff, hey. How's it going? Okay, well, where's Pat at? Come on, Pat. I know she's out there somewhere. She might be busy. Joe, your wife is just outstanding. She's wrapping up supper. Okay, good, good. She is an outstanding cook. She really is. And I wanted to thank her for her both of you, for your hospitality. Well, let's see. Where's my usuals? Gotta get, let's see, patty fry. Oh, did it? Joe. Gary, hey, good to see you here. Let me start. Hey, there's Patty. And Joe, you said that Red Holiday came alive Monday night. Awesome. Awesome. You'll have to tell us what happened. Let's see what else. Who else we got in here? Yeah, I could tell. What was it? The first night. Okay. Hey, there she is. There's Pat. Good to see you here. Well, there's enough people in here right now, and as most of you know, really, as all of you know, we had a trip to Land Between the Lakes. And we were there from let's see, last Wednesday, and then we left Sunday morning. There was myself, my sister Debbie Parker McGee, uh, and two friends, teammates, uh, all of us monkey wenches, basically. Tara Stephanie and Diane Dunn. And we all camped right there at Red Hall along with Joe Parker and his wife Pat. Okay. You stayed till Tuesday. Awesome. Yeah, I know the first night, Wednesday night, very first night, I heard something coming up. Uh, hey, okay, 10 o'clock talks. Okay, do I know you? I really should start writing down these nicknames so I know who people are. Gary, you left Monday afternoon. Okay. Oh, okay. I swear. You always have different names. Tricking me. Okay. All right. talk amongst yourselves for a second. Okay. Okay. Who's that? Who? Oh, okay. Hold on. Who's that outside my dough? Your nutty buddy friend. Okay. First night that I was there, my sister and I, we slept in our van. Um, and I have no idea what time it was, uh, but I heard something moving around outside of my van. I've got one of those Pro Master vans, like an Amazon van, only it's white. And I saw or heard something moving around. And then I heard something. See, I sleep with my head towards the back doors, and there's windows in the back doors. And I sleep that way on purpose so that I can look up to see if there's anything outside. Well, I heard something outside of that door, and I was just so tired. It had been, what, a 12-hour drive down, and I was exhausted, but it was enough to wake me up. I could hear something nasally snorfling, like with a runny nose or a cold, just snorfling um, outside of my window. And if you know those Amazon vans, how high that window is, so it was not a raccoon or a possum or a coyote or there's Tara. I know you would come. Hello, hello. And I know. Let's see. Yeah, that first night it was just my sister and I and Tara. Uh, Tara, the first night slept in her car. She was too tired to put her tent up. And correct me if I'm wrong. Well, tell you what, Tara, do you want to come on and talk about the trip? Talk about what you experienced and what you heard and found. Uh, oh, okay. All right. Sure. Yeah. Just stop over by the produce aisle next to the apples and talk about Bigfoot. I'm sure no one will notice. But yeah, I've got. Okay, there's Sinead. Say hello, Sinead. Say hi. Yeah, Sinead spent those days at the furry resort. Oh, okay. All right. So, Joe, let me understand, hopefully. Uh, After we left, some campers went into Tara's spot, and there was activity Monday night and they left. Is that what I'm understanding from what you're saying? Yes, snorfully. That's right. It's a new word. Okay. You see that, Tara? Someone went into your spot. Ah. And apparently they had a visitor also. Now, see, okay, Tara, I'm trying to remember. Was it the first night that you had activity there also? Because I remember you had found small prints, like a little juvenile small one, like around. I'm trying to remember. I think the footprints were around. They were under 8 inches. And then you found a longer footprint or larger footprint next to your car. But this was the second night, from what I recall, because your tent was up. And there was a 18-inch footprint that Tara found next to her car. I think it was, okay. All right. Yeah, you heard Boo. Uh, that's a dog, everyone, from a camper down below us. Tara says, all right, let me highlight this. You heard Boo alert early Saturday morning and found footprints when you woke up. That's right. Yeah, okay. And Sunday morning, you found, that's right. I forgot about the rock. Yes. Tara found a rock on her picnic table. And this rock had a dragonfly fossil on it. It's the coolest thing. It just absolutely amazing. And do you have it on your page, Tara, or on the main group? Or even on Woodwalkers group. But I would suggest sharing that on your page. Yeah, I would suggest sharing that both on the main group and on Woodwalkers. They would appreciate that. That was just an amazing. Okay, you shared it on Woodwalkers also. That's great. The rock itself is very pretty, even without the fossil on it. But then with that fossil, it was just amazing. I'm jealous. Yeah, and I think at some point in time, I think we heard vocals. Hey, Ernie, good to see you. Good to see you, Ernie. Okay. All right, on the favorite moments of the trip. Okay, cool. Um, Let me think. I was going to say something. Doggone it. uh, all right. Yeah, I thought that there were vocals. Coyotes. Well, yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing coyotes at some point in time and vocals. Okay. Pat, the campers that took Tara's spot were gone by daylight, set up the night before close to dusk. Ah, yeah, it's possible, Joe. They must have come back looking for the rock. Uh, yeah. And I don't think the new campers appreciated the attention, apparently. Yep. And his girlfriend was gone. Okay, Ernie, let's see. Early Sunday morning, you heard an elk bugle 2 times. Ah, okay. Oh, and that was, you were camped down at Colson? Let's see. Yeah, Gary, were you camped down at Colson? Is that where you heard the elk? Okay, across the bay from Colson. A couple years ago, when was that? I was last down there for the beast meet and greet. I was there in 22. I had heard, a whistle. I was camped, of course, up at Red Hollow. I have to camp there. I have to because I love it up at Red Hollow. Um, but I heard a whistle, and then the coyotes uh, just going at it. And this was across the bay towards Colson Hollow. That's right. 2 years ago for the meet and freeze. Yes, yeah. Everybody, all the new ones who thought it was cold this year, it was colder 2 years ago. It was absolutely freezing. And back then, I was in my pickup truck, sleeping in the back of my pickup truck in the truck cab. And whenever I saw the temperatures were supposed to go down into the teens for the last night, I said, nope, can't do that. I'm not going to kill myself. So, plus, I think there's an ice storm heading in. Yeah, 17 inches or 17 degrees. Yeah, and 2 inches of ice and snow. Yeah, I saw that forecast, Gary. And yeah, I left because no, I headed home. And I think the roads got too bad, so I um, stopped at a motel about halfway up back home again. But man, yeah, 17, that's just too cold. But the meet and greet, oh, God bless you, Gary, or the meet and freeze that year, um, it was held in March of that year instead of April. So yeah, it was like a month earlier, or maybe like mid March, and it was just too early, too cold. Um, yeah, there's ways of getting around it, of course. Um, with a tent. Because I've done it. Okay, yeah, 2 weeks earlier. Yeah, because I've done it out in Ohio at or not Between Salt Fork State Park. I've done it out there. I've camped in the snow, in a tent. And, you set your tent up and put a heavy rug down, or moving blanket is what I had, and throw a tarp over top of my tent, and then just run the gas buddy, just for 15, 20 minutes before going to bed, and then shut it off. Okay, I remember that, Gary. Yeah, Yes, she set up down there. She left me up there. But I had that year, Kumbo was right across from me, and heck, there were more people at Red Hollow um, that year, camping up at Red Hollow. But yeah, you can camp in the wintertime, guys, in the tent. In fact, I think it's a little bit easier. See, I was afraid to. Geez, dog. My dog is. She's pushing me out of my chair. There. Thank you. I can have my chair back. Um, See, whenever I sleep in the van, I'm afraid of putting the gas buddy on because it's. I'm afraid of the lack of ventilation. Okay, Pat, let's see. You were woken right before 3 a.m. on Monday night to, foot stomps and movement by your bed. Yeah, you had all kinds of activity down at your camp. Moving over to Joe's side, moving to the kitchen window. Joe was wakened by his window. That's cool. That is really cool. Yep. Yeah. I've got my 0 degree sleeping bag also. I think I worry more about my sister than anything. I can take the cold. It's just, I'm afraid for her. Okay. Yeah, Pat. Um, that campsite that you were at, um, who is it? Barton, Barton Nunley and Martin Groves told me about another campsite. I think it's number 23. They said that I should try it out maybe next year or next time I go down. That they'll shake your vehicle if you're in a camper or a trailer or whatever. They'll shake your vehicle, which I've had that done before. It's just juveniles, kids being kids. That's what it is. Okay, jump in that ditch. Yeah. Nope. Nope. They're not aggressive. They're just playing around, being nosy Nellies. Gary, yeah, whenever you get out of bed, out from underneath those covers, out from underneath your sleeping bag, yeah, it's a little cold then. Is there a map of the sites at Red Hollow? Mm. If you look at Google Earth, Ernie, yes. Yeah, that all happened out at Land Between the Lakes. Yeah, just this week for the meet and greet. But Joe, yeah, if you go on to Google Earth and look down, you can kind of see the lay of the land. But as for an actual map, there might be on the Land Between the Lakes website. But number 23 is the campsite on the same side as the bathroom, right before the bathroom. On that same side, it's kind of tucked back. Now, that's the one that Barton Nunley and Martin Groves told me about, that I should go there. And maybe next time I'll try that out for a night. just to try it out, and I'll go back to my site, because I can't help it. I cannot give up that view, from the campsite that I go to. But if you guys aren't there, I just may try out your site too. With all the activity that you guys had, uh, outstanding. Uh, Joe and Pat, the campsite that they were at. What number was that, Joe or Pat, if you remember that you had? 32. Okay, thank you. Um, I just may try that out because it's they had it's a really pretty site, uh, very protected. I think from the wind, you had a lot of protection down in there, but you also had a lot of activity. Uh, you guys had a visitor just about every night, from what I remember. But what is my overall feeling of Land Between the Lakes? It's it's active. It's extremely active. Every time I go there, um, I I haven't actually seen one there yet. I have seen a lot of eye shine um, there, and I've heard a lot of vocals at Land Between the Lakes, different areas. And yeah, it's very active. Whenever we went over to the site, yeah, we visited the RV family campsite where the RV family was killed by the dog man, as the story goes, back in the 80s. We visited that site, and was it Randy and Tara and Diane and Christina? They were ahead of me. They found a footprint, pretty large footprint too, from what I recall, around 18, 19 inches long, nice and clear. Now, if you go onto Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project group, I've got a bunch of photos from the week, from our week at Land Between the Lakes, and that photo is there of that footprint. I wanted to look for more footprints from where it came from or where it went, but unfortunately, I was kind of hanging back because my sister, uh, she's disabled and she's not able to. Okay, Gary. Yeah, my sister isn't able to hike in or anything, so she stayed out at the road. And so I went in halfway, just enough where I could just barely see her. And I was just very concerned. I didn't want to go in any further and lose sight of her. So I really didn't look for more prints. Tara, do you recall? Did you guys look for more prints? Did you follow like the direction that one print was? Um, did you look back to see if there was another footprint or beyond it, if there was for a trackway? In other words, I'm trying to say. Yeah, I just, yeah, I just couldn't. Okay, there were more leading down into the woods. I had that feeling. Yeah, well, the direction it came from, but that's basically the direction um, from what Kumbo said, that dogman had come up from the hollow up to the campsite long ago. But that footprint, that was a Bigfoot. Um, yeah, I had taken a series of photos because I just had a feeling. Um, yeah, I took a whole bunch of photos down in that area, off to the sides a little bit, and I zoomed in a little bit also. And all those photos are in my album that I shared on both Woodwalkers and Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. So if anyone is curious and you've got good eyes, you can look the photos over, and if you see anything, let me know. Um, yeah, I zoomed in a little bit on a couple, and there were a couple possibilities, but I'm thinking they're more pareidolia. Because of the distance, you really get no detail, not even as good as what I had on my Oklahoma photos. All right, and Gary, after you left 2 years ago, you went to Red Hollow and CD found a 24-inch track. That's cool. That's cool. I'm telling you. Yeah, this is why I absolutely love Red Hollow. That place, it's a gift that keeps on giving. Um, it's for me, Colson. It looks nice, and the party atmosphere with a crowd and everyone is fun. Um, but for me, it's just too many people. I love visiting with everyone down there at Colson, but I don't feel comfortable in crowds, and so that's another reason why I love Red Hollow. Oh, thank you, Pat. Thank you, Pat. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Well, Ernie, thank you for joining us for this short time. And yeah, join us next week. Glad you enjoyed it. Okay, yeah, we had a big one. Yeah, I've been talking with uh, Bob Walls down in Florida. He runs. He is the Pennsylvania state director, and he also runs Florida Bigfoot Project. You have a great night, Ernie. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, Bob was telling me about finding some prints, and I think that one he found there in Florida was right around that same, right around 24 inches, something like that. Uh, yeah, there's some big guys among the big guys. And yeah, I have seen one of the really large ones one time out in Ohio. Um, one I saw, and I can only estimate at his height. All I know was um, this one was at least 10 foot that I saw out in Columbiana County, Ohio. I never was able to get back, to find footprints or anything. But I can imagine be a big un among the big uns. Old clubfoot booger. Ah, so could you tell by the way he was walking or footprints? No. Yeah, that's yeah, them boogers. That's what they call them in the South. And whenever every time I hang around you guys, I start calling them boogers, and I still do occasionally. Oh, okay, just big footed. Okay, thank you. I thought you meant that he had a bad injured foot or something was wrong. Okay, so just big footed. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, the Land Between the Lakes. I don't know. What are you guys? What is your impression of Land Between the Lakes? Um, about the activity there, uh, just exactly what is there, what about the stories, and what do you think? All I can tell you is that yeah, I think it's very active. I think it's no joke there. Tara, I know, I'm the same. I absolutely love it there. Not just for the the boogers, for the Bigfoot, um, for the activity, but it's so doggone pretty there. Um, it really is very different than at home. Lots of mystery and paranormal. Yes, the topography is just like here at home. Uh, yeah, that is familiar topography, uh, and the mystery and paranormal. That's also a draw. Uh, for that area to get down there, and as to what's going on. Because you have not only the RV site. There's the bow hunter site, which we did not get to this year, but we also went to Hotel California, which was my first visit. I, excuse me, I wasn't able to get down there, um, but Tara, um, Randy, Diane, and I think Christine was there also. Yeah, yeah. You guys went down to see ho- what's nicknamed Hotel California. Um, there were a lot of people there. I guess. Okay. Okay. Flatter piney woods, hardwoods in the fields. Yeah. Um, Ohio, parts of Ohio, like from um, eastern, yeah, from eastern Ohio all the way out. It's flat, with a lot of farm fields, patches of woods, but it's mostly hardwoods. Whereas here in Pennsylvania, we have a mixture. Well, Western Pennsylvania. We're part of the Appalachians, and so of course we got the hills, we got the hollers, got the hills and hollers, and so we have a mixture of the hardwoods and pine groves, and whenever I go into Ohio or into uh, even up into New York State where it's flatter, um, it doesn't, I don't know, makes me feel a little on edge because I miss the hills. I need to see. Okay, all right. You went there to Hotel California too? Yeah, cool. Tornadoes almost got it. Yeah, I could see all kinds of graffiti up top, and apparently there's graffiti all down there also. But we were warned that it was a dangerous area. But whenever we were there, it seemed almost like a tourist site. There were so many vehicles there and people, teenagers and uh, grown-ups hiking down and hiking back up. And so maybe it depends on the time of day or night if you go there. Yeah, we stayed up top by the rock. Uh, yeah, we just stayed in the vehicle, my sister and I, because of course she can't hike down, and it's hard for me to hike very far, but I can. It's just slow and painful. Plus, if it's downhill, I roll very well. It's just rolling back uphill that's the problem. Okay, the woods are much thicker most places. Yeah. Ah, okay, that's right. You're in Louisiana. No fun to hunt. Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, we've got uh, thick groves of mountain laurel and briar bushes, boulders. Um, yeah, it's no fun to hunt through that also or hike. But just follow the game trails. Sometimes they'll lead you through those groves of rhododendron or mountain laurel, and but the briar bushes, forget it. No thanks. But the thing is, that's where the boogers are. That's where they get into. Well, them and the bear. Yeah, you guys, Joe, uh, you've got the swamps and the gators and fun things like that. Um, that's why I'll stay up here. Okay, Pat, you loved it. Yeah. Red Hollow felt different going in. You feel a void to the area. I knew nothing about the activity in that area or too much about Land Between the Lakes. You went pretty deep into some areas. Yeah, yeah, whenever you go down that dirt road, whenever we came in Wednesday, it was dark already, and I was trying my doggonest to get there before dark because that was the last thing I wanted to do was get in there at dark. But yeah, it's different. Um, it's whenever you go down there, you can feel that there's something there. There truly is, and you can you can feel that it's active. You know that there's more than just uh, raccoons and possums there, and foxes and coyotes. Yeah, there's much more, and that's the thing. People haven't a clue. There is, you it's more than just Bigfoot, more than just Dog Man. Yeah, there's so much more out there. Some crazy, dangerous, big trash bins too. Yeah, yeah, on edge. Yeah, it does. It puts you on edge whenever you drive down there. Um, you do. You feel on edge, because the deeper and deeper that you get in there, and get in the red hollow. But when I think whenever you get to the campsite, um, it's kind of relief because you think, oh, okay, you're in a safe place. But even so, they're still there because they come into the campsite, and yeah, they'll bug you. But I have yet to really experience anything dangerous there. Just just curious. Like everywhere else that I've been. Just curious boogers. They uh, they enjoy scaring the we funny humans. Um, they like to hear the funny humans scream. I think that's their amusement. Uh, they'll peek in the windows, or they'll shake your trailer, or they'll deliberately walk heavy so that you can hear them, because doggone it, if they want to be quiet, you're not going to hear them. You're not going to hear them. Because like the one that was around Tara's camp, she didn't hear it. But Land Between the Lakes, I highly advise, um, if you get a chance to camp there, go. Go with friends. Go with go with other people, like a couple other campers. Go fishing. Um, you can launch your canoe or your kayak right there at Red Hollow. Um, beautiful, beautiful water. Oh my goodness, that view that we had from the campsite. It was just outstanding. Okay, yeah, Joe, they woke you on purpose. And Tara, um, yeah, yeah, Tara didn't hear it. It left her tent alone. Yeah, there's something else, but yeah, go. If you get a chance, if you haven't been there yet, get down there. Yeah, Pat, I feel the same way. I respect them. Uh, I know their capabilities. Uh, but whenever I'm there, whenever I'm at Salt Fork State Park, whenever I'm at other areas that I camp out, that are active, um, Yeah, occasionally I'll feel a little bit of fear, and I think that that's more out of, um, if you don't feel a little bit of fear, out of your knowledge of what they can do, um, you should feel a little bit of fear, because that's just respect for them, and knowing their power and their strength and their ability, but they're not, at least so far. And I'm sure there are some troublemakers there from what I was speaking with a few people. And yeah, apparently there had been some troublemakers perhaps earlier in the year. And they were apparently taken care of and taken out. And but Fort Campbell is nearby, and apparently that's one reason why they keep an eye on the place. There was a helicopter. There was a military copter um, flying over a few times. He buzzed the camp down at Colson Hollow. He had all kinds of communication um, gear on there, radar and everything. Um, but they know what we are and everything. They know we're Bigfooters. Yeah, Pat, you saw it too. Yep. Yeah, tell you what, I let me go over the campouts that are upcoming for the year. There are some campouts and festivals coming up, and I want to make sure I get this taken care of because I finally did it. I wrote it down. Um, I know every show I keep, trying to remember, and I say, boy, I should write this down. Well, I did. I went through my calendar and I wrote it down. Okay, so April 25th to the 28th is the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project campout at Ryerson Station State Park. That is in Greene County, PA. That's in the southwestern corner, Pennsylvania, right along Mason-Dixon line. Outstanding activity there also. I have yet to camp at that campground, but I did quite a few investigations in the immediate area, and yeah, it's very active. Just look it up. There, I've got a link in the main group, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. You will need reservations. You'll need to do that through I think it's through Reserve America website. The link is in the group. June 1st is the Patsy Hillman Bigfoot Festival. That is in Brownsville, Pennsylvania. That's in Fayette County, also in southwestern Pennsylvania along the Mason-Dixon line. That one is hosted by the Fayette County, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Research Project, Fred Saluga and Bob Schultz. June 7th through the 9th is the Forest County Bigfoot Festival. That is in Marionville, Pennsylvania, in the Allegheny National Forest, the infamous Allegheny National Forest. And both of these festivals I will be set up at. I'll have a booth. And yeah, all the festivals that I'm mentioning here, I will be set up. June 22nd, the Bigfoot Barbecue UFO Festival. That will be held at the Milton Loop Campground. That is in Dayton, Pennsylvania, Armstrong County. Links for all of these are in the Okay, along the top of the group, there's there's a, I've got a link. I've got a page, a post for all the events, including all of these, and featured. It's in the featured section of the group. All right, June 26th through the 30th, Prince Galitzin State Park Camp Out. That one is hosted by TJ Seaman. That is in Cambria County, Pennsylvania. That is in central, just about right in the middle, Pennsylvania. August 2nd, I think it's August 2nd and 3rd. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to check on this. Corry, Pennsylvania, Corry, First Friday Bigfoot Festival. I think that is Crawford County. That is in northwest Pennsylvania. Fun times. Last year was the first one. We had so much fun. September 19th through the 22nd, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project Camp Out, Tracy Ridge State Park. That is in Bradford, PA, McCain County. That's near Kinzua Dam, infamous Kinzua Dam. And that one is hosted by Tara, our own Tara. We had a camp out there last summer, and it was fantastic. We had all kinds of activity. October 5th, the Jefferson Volunteer Fire Department Bigfoot Festival. That is located in Jefferson, Fayette County, Pennsylvania. We have all kinds. Joe, we are lucky. We've got some people who are really into Bigfoot, hosting festivals, and because they bring in money, for the fire departments, it brings in the people. So if you're active with your fire department, get on them, tell them, check into, because let me tell you, the one Bigfoot festival in Forest County, Pennsylvania, the first year they put one on was in, I think it was 2021. I was at that one. I was their keynote speaker. They hold all kinds of festivals all year on different things, but this was their very first Bigfoot festival. They had vehicles lined up and parked a mile outside of town. It was so many people came in. It was fantastic. The second year, the crowd was a little bit lower, but still not bad. The third year, from what I hear, the crowd was twice as large. And I'm going to be there this year. I'll be set up. And so get in there, talk to your fire departments. Tell them, if they're having trouble, getting donations, let them know Bigfoot is huge. It's a money maker, for the fire departments, for people, for parks that do fundraising, to, keep things going. Let them know, they may not believe in it, but it makes money. It brings in the people. Yeah, Pat, it honestly is. So yeah, our fire departments, a lot of them, that these are held at, it surprised them. It shocks them. Some of them laugh at it, but they sure appreciate the money that all the crowds bring in. because they get to sell their own things. They sell their 50/50 tickets. Um, we'll do like a Chinese auction for them, to bring in donations to them. They'll supply refreshments, and it's money. We want to help our local organizations, and also the people. They appreciate it. The public, is they want to see this. They want to have someone that they can talk to. Bring in speakers. People willing to get up and talk about what they've experienced. Some of the, and you can draw in. And heck, get Greg up there to talk. Uh, get Martin Groves. Yourself, Kumbo, and whoever else. Get them involved. Bring in money to your area, because I'm sure your fire departments, we have all local. They're all volunteer fire departments around here, and the donations are really appreciated by them. And this is part of Bigfooting. We support our local organizations. We support our local first responders. And plus, it's a way to talk to the guys who are out there who may see stuff like that, who won't talk about it, like the policemen. I know I've spoken with quite a few of the local policemen at these festivals. They'll come up to me there and talk. Because this is this is new to them. This is where they can be public, come out just out of curiosity because everybody else is out there. But yeah, get involved. Get involved. Everywhere, no matter where you live. We're lucky here in Western Pennsylvania because we do have a lot of different people who are doing this. Joe and Pat and everyone else in here set up a camp out, locally. Organize a camp out at one of your local state parks. Bring in other people who are interested in Bigfoot. Bring them in. Have a campfire night, and where everyone talks about and shares, what's going on with them. This helps the people in your area, because a lot of them, they have nowhere else to go, no one else to talk to, and this they get to meet other people, real people, that have experienced this, that they know won't laugh at them, won't harass them, won't ridicule them. And that's who we need to help. Because those are the people I really feel for. That's who, part of why I got into this, is to help those people. They're traumatized. Too many of them, they are just traumatized, and they need someone who understands to talk to. And you guys are it. Get out there and help those people. Bring them in. Spread the word, to everyone else, in the area that, we're serious. And Yeah, they may laugh, but hey, water off a duck's back. Yeah, we know. Uh, you're welcome, Pat. We have to help those people, and you get used to people trying to pick at you, because they will. They do with me also. They'll say something, really snarky, and um, or else they'll say, "Oh, you saw a bear," or whatever. They'll say something like that, and you can either ignore them, or else you can explain to them very calmly and logically. Don't get into a fight, don't get into an argument, because that feeds them. Just speak calmly to the people who are harassing or ridiculing you, or just trying to snipe at you. Some people it's not even worth talking to. You just look at them and with pity and walk away, because a lot of people there, it's just not worth arguing with, because it's just not worth it. Um, but some people, um, you can talk to them, give them some facts, and they may not believe, but they'll go away curious with more questions, and and that's a change right there. That opens the door, for them, to come with more questions. That curiosity that, hey, there may be something here. So educate the people around you. Um, yeah, I'm pretty tired tonight. It was a long, hard trip, and I've been on the go, and just trying to rest. And yesterday, I tried to sleep in yesterday, and then my husband woke me up. uh, I know I'm still tired, but if anyone else has anything else to share, any other questions or anything, I want to thank everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Look on the group for the photos. Uh, I've shared a lot. Tara shared a lot. Diane is still out camping. So whenever she gets back, I'm sure she will share what photos that she took also, and she'll tell us about what she experienced. Pat, I am so happy. I truly am, uh, to get to meet you and Joe, um, and heck, everyone. There's so many people that you talk to online, where it's just words on a page. And Jeff, absolutely, you better go next year. Yes. Um, um, I'm sure it'll be sometime next April, probably mid-April. So plan on it. Uh, beginning to mid-April. Plan on it. Block out that time and just go. You'll have a great time, because there's so many people. You learn so much, and you hear. We have the campfire story time, where everyone you know shares some little thing that they experienced, or different things and it's just a good time. Oh, Patty. Oh, okay, here we go. He'll find Bigfoot. Yep. Well, good luck to him. There's a Bigfoot festival in just outside of Punxsutawney that I didn't mention because I don't have the date for it. Jefferson County Paranormal Festival. Um, I went to their first one. I spoke at their first one, and fantastic people that run that one. Um, so if you know the date, please share it. Share it in the group. Um, yeah, if you have a chance, go. Um, Meet everyone that you've talked to. All you see is the written word that we have on here, and what we have typed on here is just a few words, and it's just and the photo may show a face and sometimes not, but we're all great people. Everyone that I've met. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Diane, she was meeting a friend in Tennessee, and I think they went to the Grand Ole Opry one night, and then she is on, I think she went up to Virginia. She's somewhere in Virginia tonight. That's about all I can tell you. That lady just she goes everywhere in that little trailer. God bless her. And she's got that thing set up, and sometimes she'll have her kayak with her, or one of her kayaks. She's got, can't remember how many she said, about seven kayaks. Yeah, she's on the move, all right. Yeah, she only 6 people have hit the like button. Well, come on, guys. I'm sure there's more than just these few people here in the chat. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. You'll need to be signed in to YouTube in order to subscribe. And yeah, thank you, Jeff, for bringing that up, because sometimes I forget. I forget to mention that. Um, yes, get in there, like, subscribe. Uh, we've got down in the description area, there's a few links to shop on Amazon if you like. If you purchase anything through one of the links, I get a small percentage from the affiliate, and that little percentage, it helps. Oh my goodness. Shelly or Steve, thank you for joining us. Oh, baseball season. Is it baseball season already? Holy moly. Habit is in the house. Now, unfortunately, Steve and Shelly, who run Habit, they were not able to join us at Land Between the Lakes, but I'm hoping and praying next year, please join us next year. Down at Land Between the Lakes. Fantastic team out of New Jersey. That's Steve and Shelley. And absolutely fantastic investigators, researchers and investigators, husband and wife team. Wonderful people. And I love them both. You guys live too far away. You got to move out here to Western Pennsylvania. I know. Need to rework the budget. Believe me, I know. I had a whole bunch of stuff I was selling up on Facebook Marketplace in order to fund my trip down. Yep, yep. I got to get back on the eBay and start selling. Uh, I got a lot of campouts coming up. My basement looks like, oh, what is that? Area 51. Ha! Don't need you a helicopter. Yeah. Yeah, how about a four-wheel drive? That's what I'm going for, is a four-wheel drive off-road Class C camper. That's what I want. Something hardcore four-wheel drive so I can get back in there. Get back, get back there in the woods, down some of those rutted roads. Not even roads; they're just barely a trail. Um, that's what I want. I don't have a sponsor that rich though. But I'm doing the best I can with my van. It's not four-wheel drive though, but and I ain't hardly going to take it anywhere like that. But just trying to make it comfortable, and that's all you can do. Get comfortable, because you guys, the Habit team, uh, they camp everywhere. They travel everywhere. Like I said, I love them both. Yeah, you guys got to come out to Western Pennsylvania. Join the rest of us out here. Yes, Habit, time to move. Patty says so. Yeah, we got to get uh, Tara and Diane. Well, Tara's already in Western Pennsylvania, so she's here. Diane is out in outside of Philly. Spencer wanted us all to go in an Argo. I don't know what an Argo is. I'm gonna have to look that up. You'll be out next month. Okay. Uh, you coming to my camp out at Ryerson Station, or is that something in May? Yeah, I don't have anything marked in here for May. Must be something I'm forgetting. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I know what it is. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, yes. But well, guys, like I said, I am I'm running on fumes. Okay, you like to try doing some experiments? Awesome, Pat. That's awesome. Yeah, I did not do as much as what I wanted to do. Um, since I sold my trailer, I had everything so organized in my camping trailer, and everything is still jumbled up and scattered in my basement, and I can't find some of my gear. So, um, because I've got a heck. Um, bionic ear. Thank you. I've got a bionic ear that I cannot find. I love working with that. Um, my um, my audio recorder, it's not working. Yeah, I put new batteries in it and it's not working. It's about 10 years old, and um, hate to say it was a little expensive, but it's just not working. So I'm going to have to buy a new one. And yeah, gear's getting old. That's a problem. But again, like I said, I'm running on fumes this evening. It's almost 9 o'clock, and I want to thank everyone for joining us. And please hit the like and subscribe. If you're not already subscribed. Thank you, Jeff. Good job. Patty, awesome. You guys. Um, Tara, and Pat, and Joe, and Ernie and Jeff. Who else am I forgetting? Gary Spikes, although I think he already left us. Michael Anthony. Um, let's see who else. Let me scroll through here. Yeah, Pat, Joe, Gary, Tara, Patty, Ernie. Yeah, for some reason, my sister isn't in here. She must have fallen asleep before getting in here. Shame her. Shame on her. All right. I'm going to close this down, guys. Thank you again. I appreciate every single one of you. I want to tell you, God bless. Thank you for joining us, and you have a good evening. Monkey Wench out.